First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Quickly to the air is Wilson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. But definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season, threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks, and of course led them to victory over.
They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get it...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mustang 19. Check mash.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
19. Go street.
Here's Smith. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
26 yards.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett. And they're going to get this down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 7 Pirates.
Now Gino on 1st down.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Lion.
To the air again, Smith. This is the tight end fan. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
In motion, the tight end.
Right there, hurt.
From the red zone now, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
18 Rattler.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On the jump. Pack the 60. 60 average. Catch.
On 4th down, Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Smith on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
18, Pioneer, hurt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The Denver Broncos were happy to sign Randy Gregory to a 5-year deal this offseason. And they're certainly hoping that over the course of 17 games, they can get double-digit sacks out of this young man.
3rd and long. It's Smith. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On first down, it's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Go, Reed, go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
They go play action now. Wilson.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 3rd and goal. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by McManus is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Check. 19 right. Panther 11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
Let's go now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Cowboy 80. 60 average. Rig. Trap 60.
Smith now to throw. He hits his target, Lockett.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Here we go, check. 18, tight end.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Lockett. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Back 60.
Throwing again on second down. Smith toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Check back.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10. Smith again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Smith. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
This one swung out to Williams.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. And they take
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Block it in motion right.
Check mash. Ready.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Okay,
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
19 tight.
Geno now to throw. Rolling to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 19 right. Hurt.
From the gun, here's Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. Headed 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
70.
In motion goes the tight end. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Geno on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Baron Browning in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be out right at the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Third, right there. Third.
In motion, the tight end.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Buffalo 18. Check smash, check smash. Big Lion. Ready.
Throwing now is Geno.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. That one goes for 24 yards.
Bronco.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Hey, pass. Warriors 17. Mustang 19.
On 1st down, it's Smith.
Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Lockett, the man in motion.
Running left is Walker.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Smith now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hat in the street! Hat in the street! Hurt, hurt!
Here's Walker.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on, come on!
2nd and goal from the 1.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
They'll sneak it with Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll try and run. Walker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Ready? 79 Broncos! Cap!
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.